the promises of Christ Jesus our Lord, who will take us through this game. So we are in for a win today.
Okay, a lot is expected of this gentleman. GHOne, before you go, tell us how you got the name GHOne.
well, it's actually Dr. Boo. Okay, Dr. Boo. I had this name straight from SSS in Takrade. Snaus College is where I schooled, and so my people are back home watching me. And I will say I give glory to my Lord and Master Jesus for taking me this through. And so I will recommend Jesus Christ for whoever that is watching me now. If you have not given yourself for Christ Jesus, today is the day. Give your life for Christ Jesus, because the end is near. The end is near. The trumpet will sound very soon. And so I recommend my Lord and personal Jesus to you. Let's take him all, and then we will be saved. Amen.
All right, thank you very much. That was GHOne telling us how he got the name and everything. All right, so we've got the Nigeria Customs, a player from Nigeria Customs. Hopefully, all right, so we welcome you once again to our live coverage and our continuous coverage of the ongoing SAC 2025 Super Volleyball Championship here at the Borteyman Sports Complex. It's been quite thrilling games that we brought you here, and also games that have been played so far. Just the game that went past was Ghana's Airforce ladies. Unfortunately for them, they lost to the Customs ladies in this one. Customs of Nigeria ladies defeating them 3 straight sets, unfortunately, in this one. But hey, their men are up against the Nigeria Customs men. What's the story going to be like? I'll be picking thoughts of a few of them, players and coaches, before we start the game. I've been joined here by a Nigeria player pretty shortly. For your information, there are a lot of games ongoing, and so we'll be definitely updating you on what is happening here at the Borteyman Sports Complex. To be precise, if you get here to the other Borteyman Sports Complex, we're located at the multi-purpose court. That is where all the live games are being brought to you live on GHOne TV. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thank
And
you very
congratulations
much.
for coming this far.
Thank you very much.
Unfortunately, you lost to the police team yesterday.
Yes.
Really, you guys, anytime you come up against the police, is as though they send shimmers down your spines. What didn't go well for you yesterday, guy?
Thank you very much. I think this is not the first time we are meeting Ghana Police. Ghana Police and Nigeria Customs is one of the biggest match in West Africa right now. It's a derby match. It's just unfortunate we lost yesterday. And we went back to our drawing board, tried to see some of the mistakes we did yesterday, but hopefully we'll correct them today.
Okay, into the quarterfinals, and hopefully you're looking at a semi-final and probably a final berth. Do you think you have what it takes to come up against the Airforce in this one?
Yeah, we watched them play. We watched them play against the Army their last match, and they are a very good side. We respect them, but that doesn't mean we are going to be scared playing them today. You have to respect your opponent also. So today, coming into this game, we are going to push hard. We'll give it our best, and we'll see what will happen after the game.
Barring anything, should you guys have a final berth against the Ghana Police again, what do you think the story will be?
I think history is not going to repeat itself again. After what happened yesterday, we learned our mistakes already. If you watch the game, we are leading. When we get to 23-22, we lose focus, but we think that is not going to happen again, and we look forward to meet them in the finals again.
What would the scoreline be like in this game, if you have any predictions at all?
Hopefully we will win 3-1.
All right, thank you very much. All right, so that's the Nigeria Customs player there, confident about a win in this one as they come up against the Airforce men. A great game it's going to be, and so make sure you stick and stay with us. We're streaming live on our social media platforms. It's X on GHOne TV. You go to Facebook on GHOne TV. We're live also on your various platforms as we're rightly streaming, and also bringing you this live in your various homes, offices, wherever you're watching us from. gentlemen, for all the volleyball fans and lovers, obviously you know how we do it here on GHOne TV, giving you nothing but the best in broadcasting and, of course, producing sports content is what we are good at, and anything at all excellent in broadcasting is who we are. All right, so it's the game, and the big one, obviously, for these ones is the men's quarterfinal game coming up. Is Nigeria Customs. Remember, they lost their game, unfortunately, yesterday against the Ghana Police. It was quite a cagey encounter, but they lost in that one, and they are coming up against a very vociferous side. That's the Ghana Airforce team. And what's the story going to be? They're saying they're very confident of a win in this one. All right, so we'll definitely be bringing you all the update. We'll be trying to sample views of the coaches who are here also, coaches of both the Nigeria and the Ghanaian side, Air Force team, and the Ghana team, also Ghana Air Force up against the Customs team here. So yeah, make sure that you can also join us wherever you're watching us from. Is our live coverage and our continuous coverage of the SAC 2025 Super Volleyball Championship, as we bring you all the games here from the Borteyman Sports Complex. So make sure you stick and stay with us for nothing but the best in the coverages. This is a penultimate game coming up. It's the quarterfinal game, Nigeria Customs against Ghana's Air Force. What should we expect in this particular one? It's the men's quarterfinal game coming up live here at the Borteyman Sports Complex. All right, so it's our ongoing coverage of the 2025 SAC Super Volleyball Championship. When it comes to SVC, we say feel the spike. I don't know how you've been feeling the spike since we began this from the onset. So I've got the coach, one of the coaches of the Ghana Air Force team joining me here just to find out his thoughts about the game and also what we should expect in this one. All right, so wherever you're seeing us, wherever you're watching us, is also the live game coming up right now, Ghana Air Force. Coach, let me just find out from you what we should expect in this game that is coming up. It's quite a cagey encounter that you guys are coming up against the Customs team. Customs is actually a tough one for every team here, but then they lost to the Police. What lessons did you guys pick from their game yesterday?
Question again?
What lessons did you pick from the Customs games yesterday as they took on the Police side?
What I picked from yesterday was that yesterday the mistakes was too much. Mistake, sort of, we need to do one and you take it off, one will take it off. No. That is why it happened that way yesterday. For now, today we went and do the corrections. We corrected the mistakes. So what we are doing now is we are coming to amend the mistakes for now. And then we are going to go.
Okay. And what do you think the story will be? They are really confident they are going to beat you guys. They're saying if it's not 3-0, 3-1.
I prepare myself, they also prepare, but I make it like 3-1.
3-1?
Yes, against,
for you?
Yes, please.
Nigeria is saying 3-1 against you?
3-1 against Nigeria.
Against them?
Yes, Nigeria.
Okay. And also, for you, what would you say in its entirety? How would you describe this tournament so far?
This tournament, let me say the best of the best. Even all African games, we didn't get something like this. All African games, I was here. We didn't get something like this.
Okay.
We want the government to help. The sponsors, we thank them very much. We thank them very much.
Okay.
They have done well.
Right.
Mo, we thank him so much for putting us in this. We thank him so much.
Okay.
It's making Ghana volleyball everybody is not taking care of it. Now he's now making Ghana volleyball to be volleyball for us. We are so happy for him.
All right, finally, before you go, what for you is the target for the Ghana Air Force team? Do you intend to get to the finals, lift the trophy, or what's it going to be?
Our limit is only the sky. Apart from that, we are not giving out anything.
All right.
We are only in the sky.
All right.
Thank you so much.
All right. All the best, coach.
Thank you so
That's the coach of the Ghana Navy side. He says their limit is beyond the skies. You know how they do it. They are always high flying when it comes to the Ghana team coming up against Nigeria Customs there. So I've got a Nigeria Customs coach who is joining me here pretty shortly, just to find out what you think about the game that is coming up. Your side unfortunately lost to Ghana Police. Ghana Police has always been a boogie side for you, but what lessons did you pick from their game that you took them on yesterday evening, and what should we expect from you guys as you come up against the Air Force?
There was a great teamwork. Out of the lessons that we picked from them yesterday, they had a pretty good teamwork together. Even when we were leading them, there was this while we were leading them, there were this thing that they were doing that I was watching from the bench, which I feel as a volleyball ex-professionals, if you have such kind of synergy amongst players, there's nothing that is going to stop them.
This is more like a West Africa kind of festival. Would you say that the game is also growing, or the development of the game in this part of Africa seem to have gotten a notch higher?
Yeah, from my assessment, I want to believe that the game is growing. It wasn't like this before. As far as I'm concerned, I'm seeing this for the first time in Ghana, so it's something that is positive for me. Yep.
Okay, and what do you expect to go? I mean, I know you guys were solidly being backed by your bosses in Nigeria coming into this one with the support they gave you in funding and everything. Do you think you're not going to short-live it? You're going to lift the trophy?
They are sports enthusiasts. They are not people who are just coming from the blue to support sports. Like our CG had played volleyball right from an infancy, so he's a sports lover. So I don't expect to feel negative about that. Yeah, okay. It's not going to feel negative about
Technically, you've seen most of the teams played here in the championship. We saw Benin coming in. For Benin, they said this is more like a test ground for them. It's their first important international event, and Ghana also fielding top 5 clubs who performed well in the Premier in the Gava League. For you, would you say that it's a good test for all the teams that have played here, so that when you're going to international competitions, you can proudly say Africa will be made proud?
Seriously, I would say yes, it's a good test, because as a player, every team is expected to have a series of games that make them improve. So in a year, if you're able to play championships like this 1 or 2, 3 times, what stops from being a better player? So it's a test ground, and there's improvement as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, finally, we're letting you go now, but which of the Air Force players for you as a player you've really eyed to, obviously, if it's your opponent, you want to take him out of the game?
Well, sincerely, I don't disrespect capacities. If you're putting on a uniform and you appear on the court there, you're good. So everybody is good, as far as I'm concerned.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
All right, so it's the Customs of Nigeria coming up against the Air Force of Ghana, and obviously the man on your screens currently, John Boo, they call him, is a player to watch out for this afternoon as they come up against the Nigeria Customs team. Importantly, Ghana looking at sailing through this one and getting into the semi-final of this one. And there you have him also, the man to watch out for, their captain. The captain for the Nigeria Customs team is also a player to watch out for. Tall, lanky captain he is, always coming up with that incisive spikes and serves in this particular tournament. So what should we expect from him? A lot to be expected in this particular encounter between the Ghana Air Force team and the Nigeria Customs team. It is the quarterfinal berth here. Who will be sailing through to the semi-final of this season's SAC Super Volleyball Championship. For your information, is the Customs, Nigeria Customs ladies team that have already sailed through to the semi-final. They defeated the Air Force ladies team here, and is the men's version that we are going to experience here. Are you feeling the spike in your various homes? Well, we're bringing you live coverage of this one. We're going over to our commentators to carry you through this particular game. It is the quarter-final game. Take over, GHOne, Saji, and Ning.
Borteyman Sports Complex. Good afternoon to you. Ndo Nami. Bonjour. Depends on wherever you're watching from. Welcome to the Borteyman Sports Complex. Once again, the Niger Customs taking on the Ghana Air Force. Ladies and gentlemen, 2025 Super Volleyball Championship. And it is a game that everyone has been itching to watch. And a big one, of course, the Niger Customs qualifying from their group, showing some strong resilience. But then yesterday, they lost to the Ghana Police. And indeed, it shows that they are not just... indeed, it just shows that the team is not invisible. They are mere human beings like us all. And so they will take on the Air Force team, who themselves have not been bad. This tournament has given everybody the opportunity to prepare very well and test their strength against their opponent and even have a second chance. And the second chance falls in the quarterfinals. We've seen some interesting games in the women's category and some semi-final ties that we've seen so far. Kalibi getting knocked out by the Air Force. Let's see if their male team taking on Niger Customs, the likes of Emmanuel Uda, and then of course the man in your shots now, Emmanuel Uda, very, very good player. Who would always come from the bench to do wonders for the Niger Customs. And there you see another of the bright spots in the 11 shirt, Tete Nicholas. Yes, that's Tete Nicholas for the Ghana Air Force team. So let's see how it does go for the Ghana Customs up against the Niger Customs up against the Ghana Air Force. Don't forget that we're live on GHOne TV. And of course, the 2025 Super Volleyball Championship is brought to you by Kratos SC, Kratos Sports and Entertainment, sponsored by Jata Cement, the Japan Motors, Pella Mineral Water, Red Bull, NASCO Electronics, Soccer Bet, the Mailbox, and the LKD Graphics. And of course, it is supported by the Ministry of Sports and Recreation, the National Sports Authority, and the Ghana Volleyball Federation. Ladies and gentlemen, the EIB network composes the Star 103.5 FM, GHOne TV, Ultimate FM, Empire FM, Go TV, Go FM, Kasapa 102.5 FM, Ebusia FM, and the Star FM Online.com. Well, I will pretty surely be joined by Cornelius Nikpakpo Ankra, my co-commentator. But then before that, let's engage Wafa Winter, or say Wusu Winter, my boss, who is with Kasapa and Ago TV. And Winter, well, we are back again, and the quarterfinals is upon us, and it promises to be an exciting one. And so, what are your thoughts ahead of this afternoon's encounter?
Yes, Jones, good afternoon. And I think and I believe this volleyball championship is developing gradually, here at the Borteyman Sports Stadium. And then as the tournament progresses, you could see that the boys are being separated from the men. 16 teams, beginning this competition, and now let's say 4 teams are out already. The men's are yet to play in their quarterfinals. Another 4 will be out, and then it will be remaining 8 for the other fixtures and all that. So I'm very, very happy for the organizers and everybody who is taking part in this competition. And when you've been watching the women's category, we witnessed Air Force and then Kalibi. Kalibi was people's favorite simply because they were the champions of the GAVA League 2025, and coming into this competition, everybody was supporting them. They have a team, teamwork is working. The way they play, the way they spike, the way they serve, people were loving how Calibi was playing. But in association or in every game, uncertainties happened. I didn't give Airforce that opportunity to kick Calibi out of the competition. But here in the case, Airforce advancing, Calibi is out.
The Airforce women.
Yes. This is shocking. This is shocking. In volleyball, when you take the lead, I mean, anything can happen, as you keep on, explaining to our viewers and our listeners as far as this competition is concerned. And then immigration, I don't know why they keeps on, losing and losing and losing. They had an opportunity. Immigration had an opportunity because in the group stage, I mean, it was a fiasco. It was a disaster for the Ghana immigration, the women's team. And then, according to the organizers, according to the originators, they brought a new format. When you are at the bottom of the table, you can still have a chance, progressing or play in the competition before maybe you've been kicked out of this championship. But immigration, I don't know why. They keep on disappointing their supporters. They keep on disappointing their officials. 4 games, not a single win. This is too bad for Ghana immigration. I don't know. So they should go back to the drawing board
for Niger Customs
and then come out with different mentality.
For the Niger Customs and the Air Force, who is your money on before we go for the game?
We are going to witness a big match.
Yeah.
This match is cracker. Nigeria is on top coming into this competition. Air Force, I mean, they are also a big force to reckon with. So in this case, maybe the tactics of the two coaches will decide.
Okay.
The tactics of the two coaches will decide.
Right.
For me, I can't sit here and say Nigeria Customs is winning or Air Force is winning. Air Force, they are having a talisman called Dombu.
Yes, John Atta.
Dombu, that guy, very serious player. Very, very serious player. And then this Nigerian team, looking at the number 20. The number 20, the tall guy.
Yes, Ayobami
and
Philip.
then the number 12.
Yeah.
They are all solid players.
Yeah.
So we are here to witness, good volleyball here at the Borteyman Sports Stadium.
Right. Thank you so much, Wafa Winter, Frank Osewusu. You can catch him on GHOne every day from Monday to Friday on the Kasapa FM and on GHOne TV. But then back here on GHOne TV, ladies and gentlemen, let me quickly give you the lineups of the teams. And let's start off with the home side, the Air Force. There you see the man in your shot, John Atta, starting for the Air Force team. We have Numa was a Wisdom, Atom or Atom Bernard. And of course, we have Tete Nicholas, there's Jamera Augustine, and Captain Ekpe Kingsley. For the Niger Customs side, we would see Akande Philip Ayobami, and of course, Michael Diggle, Adenei Favor. And we have the bad boy, Badmos Taiwo, this time out not starting today. We would see the introduction of Emmanuel Uda, and then of course we underway here, and Digley would get the first point for the Niger Customs. And so let's see how the game would go. But then let me bring in my man Cornelius Nikwaku. Cornelius, expectations for this game?
Well, this is a tough game we'll be witnessing here in the quarterfinals of the men's division of the Super Volleyball Championship between Nigerian Customs and then the Ghana Air Force. Both teams are very, very well prepared, and then we know what they bring to the table, particularly the Nigerian Customs team with Philip being the captain. We are in for a cracker here. I can promise you that. We may see all 5 sets play out if all teams come fire blazing there like you've seen. We have a match on our hands. So Airforce take a 1 point lead there.
And so the Ghana Air Force would now concede, and the Niger Customs would level things up 2-2 here. Well, yesterday Cornelius put on his patriotic arm and flag, waving it for the Ghana police, and they did go on to win. I don't know if he's going to put on his patriotic flag today and show some support for the Ghana Air Force, who take on the Niger Customs this afternoon.
If you ask me, I'm going for all Ghanaian teams in the tournament if it came to Ghana versus Niger, but then this is a game of volleyball and your favorites may be disappointed, so well, but I'm rooting for Ghana Air Force.
Well, obviously our Niger friends will not be too happy with you. Our Niger friends will not be too happy with you. And 3-3. Niger Customs 3, Ghana Air Force 3. Live on GHOne TV, Philip Akande Ayobami serves for the Niger Customs, and the Air Force would send one in. It's kept up by the man Michael DeGill, and Badmos Taiwo this time around goes out, and a point for the Ghana Air Force team. And heavy one.
Wow, that's an in ball from where I sit.
Well, officials do say it went out, and we have the advantage of replay.
See Wisdom there. He's not happy because
so the point goes to the Ghana Air Force. The Niger Customs, I must say Niger Customs. And this time around goes out again. Niger Customs with the point, so 5-4 for the Customs, and goes out again, so picking quick points. Niger Customs 6-4. Ismail Badmos, and Badmos goes way up and above, and another point this time around for the Air Force.
Jones, it's early days for Badmos, but he's not making points here. He's a very reliable outside hitter for the Nigerian Customs team, but looks like he's not having his proper day today. Let's see. Perhaps he may bounce back in the subsequent sets or even throughout the set.
There you see, I have a prophetic commentator, ladies and gentlemen. Ni Kwakpo. That's a very, very funny nickname, but I'll leave that out. And Badmos, well received by the Air Force, and it goes out, point for the Ghana Air Force.
Jones, I tell you that both teams are targeting where the setter will be blocking, particularly when the setter comes to the front court, because they are not the tallest on court. So what you do is to send the ball to their angle or to where they have decided to block, so that your outside hitters may get a wonderful height against them.
Here is Kazim, and the Air Force, powerful one, block. is high and out.
Yes.
So point goes to the Ghana Air Force.
The Ghana Air Force have changed their lineup such that Bernard Atom, who would have ordinarily, or we would have usually known him for the middle blockers role, is now playing as an outside hitter for the Ghana Air Force, all in an attempt to get that height, and also he comes in with a massive wealth of experience in that role. He is possibly a utility player. When I say a utility player, it's a player who can play multiple roles, and when he or she is needed for a certain service, he can render same.
And one from the Ghana Air Force. Another one.
Right
Big
there,
one
Bernard Atom.
from the man Bernard Atom. And it reminds me of our first day when we came into contact with Atom. I said one word in Akan language, yes, indeed, Atom Ampa. And another one that comes in from the Ghana Air Force. And the Ghana Air Force
Open
now
the
leading
2-point lead.
10-8, and coach Jonah, not a happy man, exchanging some words with the technical bench. Will we see the Niger Customs eliminated? Bernard at home this time around. It goes out, and a point goes to the Niger Customs. How key is John Boo in this game for
tell you what,
the Ghana Air Force?
He's also a utility player. He's a very good passer, even in his role as a middle blocker. He passes very, very well, and right on cue there was his pass. You can see that by that impact he brings to the team, a very, very vital piece of the Ghana Air Force team. He's now on the front court, and he makes some blocks. Oh, a narrow miss there by him on your screen shortly.
So 11-10 for the Ghana Air Force. And Michael digs it in. Bernard Atom. Oh, it is blocked. Super one from the man Akande Philip Ayobami. Akande Philip Ayobami leveling things up for the Niger Customs. 11-11. And look at that from the man. He felt it was going out in his 11th shirt. 13 Nicholas. But then again, Michael the Gill would serve again. This time, Nicholas is up to the task. Air Force, and oh, big points for the Ghana Air Force.
Jones, I tell you what, the Nigerian team have come in here to possibly avenge their 3-0 loss to the Ghana police team yesterday. And so are doing everything they can, and Favor is setting so well. As a beautiful set out there with the speed on it to Taiwo Badmos.
Philip, and yes, the Ghana Air Force. Good response from the Ghana Air Force. Tete Nicholas making amends, redeeming himself and winning the point for his side. 13-13. What a game we have on our hands. Yeah. It's the first quarterfinal game for the men. So the first quarterfinal game for the men. Ghana Air Force taking on the Niger Customs. Ball kept in by Ismail and Emmanuel Uda. Emmanuel Uda up and about. Too strong to handle for the Ghana Air Force. And already we see the man, Akande Philip, on the bench.
He's been temporarily sacked by the libero.
The libero. And apart from tactical issues, that's how key it is for a player to get some rest.
Yes, particularly for the role as a middle blocker. Your role and primary role is to block. But again, you are the first point of call when it comes to the middle attack there. And because of that, it's a very tiring role. And by reason of that, among other things, that they are not the best defensive players on court, you would rather excuse yourself for the libero to take your place temporarily. And then when you are back to the front court, you can't perform your duties as a middle blocker.
Here is Taiwo. Oh, big one, but it goes out. Big one, but it comes to a waist from Kazim Mutiu. And look at Jumbo saying, come on guys, let's get this right. Niger Customs 14, Ghana Air Force 15.
First 30 points, or should I say 29 points in this game, so tight.
Yes, Niger. Oh, brilliant one. It is kept up. And good work. And look at that from Badmos Taiwo. Badmos, the bad boy, picking up another point for the Niger Customs as they level things up here, 15-15.
He was going for a beautiful trick shot there with him jumping as though he was going to spike, but he would change direction and change his mind in the air and tip the ball.
So timeout. What a game we've had so far. First quarterfinals of the 2025 Super Volleyball Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, you're live on GHOne TV. We're here at the Borteyman Sports Complex. And of course, the winner of this game goes straight to the semifinals and won't be one game away from the finals. The Ghana Air Force team have shown in recent times that they are forced to reckon with. The recent Tour the Accra Beach Volleyball Tournament that happened about 2 weeks ago, the Air Force team went and won both men and female, or male and female teams came up tops. They're a very good team.
Yes, they are. They have a very good coaching staff that seeks to perfect them in all areas of the game of volleyball, including the beach volleyball.
Mauko, and it's kept up by the Niger Customs. A reply from Michael, yes, and Michael gets a big point for the Niger Customs. 16-15. Great volleyball action here. And, well, I had someone ask me, but then we'll talk about that later. Badmos Taiwo, censoring Mauko, the Air Force. It goes out, but off the body of the Niger Customs. And so the point goes to the Ghana Air Force. 16-16.
Yes, that's by wisdom. Him on your screen there, playing in the opposite position or the opposite role. Wow, a monster block there. A monster block.
From the man Collins Nano. Big one. And so, let's see. So much thinking from coach of the Niger side. Look at him, a man in wonder. calling on his goal secretly, receiving information from the bench. And we do restart play. Ball is kept up beautifully by the Ghana Airforce. Oh, nice one from Ismail. And the point goes to the Ghana Airforce. Foul detected.
And immediately Coach Jonah calls for a timeout to the Nigerian Customs team. This is a match to watch. And you can see he's not happy with his boys. And Coach Sylvanos Gokade and some supporters of the Air Force team. We are live at the Borteyman Sports Complex. This is the SAC Super Volleyball Championship 2025.
And so you see the men from the Ghana Navy here as well. And Ismail keeps it up. Oh, the Ghana Air Force do well to keep it in play. Up and about it goes. Niger respond and they get a point.
Beautiful play there by Michael to get the fingers of the block. And I've said countlessly, that is one weapon of the outside hitters role when you're in trouble, to find the fingers of your opponent's block while in flight and then target beautifully or hit the ball such that the ball goes out of touch.
And Akande Philip Ayobami in conversation with Emmanuel Uda. There you see the man, Johnson Emmanuel. Johnson. The monster block so far. What's going to happen? A rotational foul. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, very interesting, the game of volleyball.
That's
positional foul.
Yes, a positional foul by the Air Force team, with Wisdom having to line up diagonally with Maoko, but he rather went in the other direction.
And the reply in good faith. Niger Customs 19. And so another point goes for the Niger Customs 2018. Niger Customs, Kazim. Kept up by the Air Force. Powerful one from Atom. And it's kept in. Oh, but this time the point gets to the Ghana Air Force. Good work from the man, Johnson Emmanuel. And the 10 for Maoko Kofiche to throw disaster into the camp of Niger.
Monster block
saves
by the combination of Bernard Atom and Emmanuel Johnson there. He's popularly known as Party. Very huge, lanky, tall guy.
2020. Maoko saves again. And it comes in.
Another monster block there.
Big one from the Ghana Air Force to lead this set 21-20.
The combined block of Emmanuel Johnson and Wisdom. And you can see the discipline at the net with Emmanuel and Wisdom there as they get a point past the Nigerian Customs team, and immediately Coach Jonah calls for the second timeout. As I have said, Jones, that immediately we cross the 20-point mark. Every point is very, very crucial, as you may lose or win with your actions and inactions, whether you are playing attack or defense. So you should be very, very careful. And the Air Force team are 4 points away from the game or the set win.
Malco serves again. Badmos Taiwo. And ball kept up. Powerful one. Brilliant work from the Niger Customs. Would have to block this one. They do well to keep it up. And another big one. But this time around, the point falls to the Ghana Airforce. But what is it going to be? Referee sports a foul. Sports a foul against the Ghana Airforce. So it's going to be 21-21, 21-21. Malco. And, another point falls for the Niger Customs. Niger Customs 22, Ghana Airforce 21. And there you see the men in a bit of it is 22-21. Niger Customs 22, Ghana Airforce 21. And the Air Force in a conversation, some bits of disagreements in there that would always happen in the world of sports. It is okay. Who picks the sets? First quarterfinal. Well, you've seen the quarterfinal pairings. What do you make of the game's lineup?
They are very, very interesting. As you find a team, with all its strength, then coming in with the intent to wow. Bernard Atom there, like I said, he is a utility player. He can play multiple roles, and that's a tactical substitution by the Air Force team, letting him play the middle attack there. John Boo comes in to play the middle, and then he goes back as an outside hitter. The edge forward with a point.
Ghana Air Force forward with a point. And there's a man in his 10 shirt, Jamiral Augustine, well received by Badmos. And
big
block.
A monster block by Wisdom.
Big one.
Beautiful block there. Wow, 1-on-1. This is a dream block for a defending team or the blocker, as he stretched way beyond the net and into the angle of Emmanuel Uda's attack and shut him down. Ghana Air Force now at set point.
Niger would need to reply, and the reply comes. We do pick a point. Level, since not level, we close the gap, 23-24. The Air Force would be hoping to avoid conceding a point as Michael DeGill serves. And it goes out. It goes out. What's referee gonna say? The referee has shown a yellow card.
Yes, that is to the bench of the Air Force team as they reacted rather to the discomfort of referee there. Wow, Wisdom makes amends. He makes amends for
the implication of this yellow card.
Yes, that's a warning to the team and to the bench. So any other form of infringement would merit a red card, where a point will be deducted against your team.
Wow.
Yes.
And so, Badmos, and they win the set. The Ghana Airforce keeping things calm, cool heads as they do win the set. 24-26 in favor of the Ghana Airforce. What a game we've had in the first quarterfinals of the men's event in the 2025 Super Volleyball Championship. And there you see other coaches from the Ghana Police watching on keenly. Coach Aiku watching on. And good set for this side, especially for the Ghana Air Force.
Yes, a very positive set for the Ghana Air Force. I have said that in the first set, you want to do well to edge ahead of your opponent, and also a win in the first set gives your team confidence and for them to stay much more relaxed, because then they are in the lead though, but the game is not over. So in as much as they are relaxed, they want to keep that relaxation into the next set as they look on to win the match. That's a very good positive start for the Ghana Air Force there. 26-24 is the scoreline. I'm sure you at home may be asking why the set point went to 26 and not 25, as we've said. The education here is that in a game of volleyball, yes, the set point is to 25, but should both teams reach 24-24, then we need to find a 2-point clear difference for us to be able to determine the winner of the set. And that's how come the set ended by 26-24 and not 25-24, as most people may be thinking of it to be. And again, this same thing of a 2-point difference to adjudge the winner can go as far as it could go. I have witnessed a match where it's even extended into the 40s. The winner was, yes, 43-41, and that was where we found a winner for just one set. So the game of volleyball is such a game that is very technical, and we love it. That's why we play it. And yet the Super Volleyball Championship is putting Ghana on the map, even in this one. The Ghana-Niger, should I say, derby continues also in the game of volleyball. Yesterday, of course, the Nigerian Customs team won against the Ghana Calibi team in the ladies category. And then the Ghana Police team edged 3-0 over this Nigerian Customs team. Well, will Ghana Air Force repeat a win, or will they inflict a second defeat for the Nigerian Customs team? We'll see about that.
It's still live here on GHOne TV. First set done. Back for the second set. The Niger Customs yesterday lost to the Ghana Police 3 straight sets, yes, and it will mean that this is the 4th set they've not won. They lost 3 sets yesterday, and they've just lost another one. Let's remind you about the Star Corporate Walk, ladies and gentlemen. The Star Corporate Walk will be happening on the 6th of December. Join us and let's walk on the 6th of December at the Star FM and GHOne TV premises. Let's link up there, ladies and gentlemen, on the 6th of December at 6 a.m. And back the men with Akande Philip Ayobami. And there you see the man, Mohamed Apitog, the main brain behind the Super Volleyball Championship. He's done so well for volleyball in Ghana.
This is the 4th year running for the Super Volleyball Championship, which started in 2021. I mean, he has done massively incredible things for the game of volleyball, and we really appreciate him.
Mohamed Apitog, and we're back. Big block, but it goes out, and the first point goes to the Ghana Airforce. How crucial is it to always get the first point in a new set?
It reaffirms your dominance over your opponent. It makes the game begins again, as if it restarts a set with that confidence that you are still in the game. And I like the kind of plays that Mauko is calling for the Airforce team, where he's doing well to utilize all facets of the attack, from the middle, as in from the quick pass or from the middle blockers row, from the outside hitters, the pipe, and also, like you saw, Wisdom attack there from the opposite.
Johnson Emmanuel, your shot as Badmos Taiwo. Serve. Malco, powerful block from the Niger Customs. He sends back again, and the block goes out to a point for the Ghana Airforce. 2-1. Jamira Augustine, and Augustine's ball is not too good. It goes out. Ayobami, Philip Akande will pick the ball. And Badmos, Niger Customs. Oh,
that's unfortunate for Emmanuel Uda.
Yeah. Points goes to the Ghana Air Force, leading the Niger Customs 3-2. Johnson Emmanuel, and instructions always coming in from the technical area, and another unfortunate one this time around from Michael DeGill. And 4-2. Badmos. Manuel Uda picks up another point for the Niger Customs, who need to redeem themselves. They really need to redeem themselves.
Yes, this set loss counts for the 4th set loss in a row for them, and they would like to possibly show that this is not what they are made of as the Nigerian champions coming into this. Massive block there by Jumbu. Jumbu shuts down Badmos Taiwo, who was coming through the pipe attack. Wonderful, wonderful discipline block by Jumbu. No wonder he's one of the best in the country in the middle blockers row.
If I had trained, I'm sure I'd have done better than him. That's just by the way, though.
All the best.
Ismail and the likes. Ball sent in, kept up by Niger. Sent in again. And this time around, the point would fall to the Niger Customs. See a substitution there.
Favor is coming back on court.
Then Favor back in. And Abdul Basit, Abdul Rashid substituted out. Michael DeGill. Tricky one, kept in by the Ghana Airforce, and powerful block from the Niger Customs. Grade 1 from the man Kasim, and that means that Michael DeGill would serve again. This time the Ghana Airforce will be looking to reply. They do reply. Grade 1 from the Ghana Airforce.
Wisdom is on fire today. He has played flawless volleyball from the opposite position. And his left hand is reminiscent of Yuji Nishida of Japan, or Kento Miura of Japan. Wow. John Bull points to his head there to signal that it's not all about power.
His celebration very, very similar to that of someone I know, a big one again, this time around from Kasim. And 7-6. Ghana Airforce leading by a set. You see the reactions from the men, Tete Nicolas and Coach Jonah also issuing instructions. And we always see a coach standing nearby even throughout the 3 or 4 sets that they even play.
Wow, Wisdom, back-to-back points for the Ghana Airforce. And back to your comment or question, yes, a coach can stand by if they want to. It's not compulsory, they can sit as well. Should they be confident enough in their people? Of course. Nobody is forcing, but of course, you are permitted for just one coach to stand. 2 coaches cannot stand, except when the timeout is called, then they can gather to meet the players or something. But
Niger Customs closing the gap, 8-7. And Mauko, Airforce, they keep it up. Brilliant work from the Airforce. And the point is awarded to the Niger Customs, who level things up. Here is Favor, who's looking to get favor from God. And
wow,
his man, a big one from the man Wisdom.
The man in form and on form from the opposite position.
Numa was a Wisdom.
That's unfortunate.
Yes, Mauko. Go feature Mauko, but timeout call. Save my soul. Eight, 10. Niger look like a team in despair, whilst the Ghana Airforce leading by a set. And there again, you see the other coaches from the police team keenly watching on, studying the play. Coach of the Ghana police side, and of course some beautiful ladies here. You can always trust volleyball to deliver some beautiful ladies here at the Borteyman Sports Complex. So don't miss out tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. And then, of course, on Sunday, by the technical men taking a keen watch of this game.
Yes.
They know obviously that if they do get to the next round, it is possible that they might meet the winners of this game again.
Wow.
And the Ghana Airforce is running away with this one. 11-8.
That's unfortunate there for Favor, who contacts or makes contact with the net in his attempt to set the ball.
The Niger Customs look like a team who are so tired. I don't know, but Marco sends it. Badmos. And Badmos gets a point. It's a man not so happy.
Yes.
12-9. Jumbo can afford to smile. Badmos sends one in. Marco. And the block is on, but it goes out of the body of the Ghana Airforce. So 10-12.
Back to Wisdom, the very reliable Wisdom. He is doing the most for the Ghana Airforce team. So far, he has played flawless volleyball in his attacking role as an opposite player. And again, Jones, the opposite player has a lot of responsibility. Once the team is suffering from any form of course, the outside hitters are much more dependable when it comes to passing and defensive duties. And Jumbo, you also, I tell you, he's an energy bank and he can afford to smile. And as I was saying, the outside hitters are trusted with passing and defense, but for the opposite players, they are mainly for attack, and hence you can see Wisdom demonstrating all that. That was a block out, brilliantly done there by Emmanuel Uda.
And it takes the game to 14-11. The Ghana Airforce 14 and Niger Customs 11. Philip sends it in. And Atom cannot cross the line. And the point goes to the Niger Customs. 14-12. And yes, Favor issuing instructions to his men. And Kande Philip Ayobami cannot cross the line as well. Returns the Favor. 15-12 to the Ghana Airforce.
And as the captain of the Nigerian side, is appointed to have missed that ball there. Coach Jonah on your screen. Wow. Kazim, that powerful middle attack there. Very, very unforgiving.
And the Niger Customs keep it in. They do still have a chance to set it one.
Wow, boom! John Boo with the block there. A massive, tall block.
John Bull is up and alive, throwing confusion into the camp of the Niger Customs. And a substitution. We now see for the first time today Okoye Princewell.
Yes, another reliable outside hitter for the Nigerian Customs team.
And communication on the part, poor one on the part of the man Mauko and Wisdom. Okoye Princewell will take his turn and sends it into the area of
Beautiful attack
the
there.
Airforce, and the Airforce reply, big one. (17-14). Bernard Atum. And the Niger Customs pick up a point. They need to redeem themselves in this set and win a set. Avoid embarrassment of not picking a set in 5 straight wins.
The ever reliable wisdom.
And, the foul.
I like the play of Mauko, the setter of the Air Force team, distributing the ball to his attackers very, very well, such that if you are the block of the Nigerian team, you may have to respect all facets of the attacking spaces of your opponent. And that's a dream position to be in as a team. Wow, Emmanuel Johnson gets one on George, who came in to replace Taiwo Badmos. And Johnson gives him a welcome to the game moment with a monster block to his face.
And the man, John Atta, John Bull, the bull of volleyball in Ghana, ladies and gentlemen, showing so much skill, showing so much precision, and of course leaving no stone unturned and giving the fans something to cheer about here at the Borteyman Sports Complex. John Bull kept in, and the Airforce will reply. The Niger would keep it up. What is it going to be? And the point, according to the referee, goes to the Niger Customs, and the referee would give a talking to Tete Nicholas. He needs to be very, very careful. The team is on a yellow card, and they will not want to be.
Wow, wisdom.
Receiving.
The man in form and on fire in this game. He has been the most reliable weapon for the Ghana Air Force team. But a quick correction there, Jones. The yellow card expires as the set expires. So perhaps a new, or should I say, no infringement to be committed when you are given another card, though.
2017. Look at Mauko there with a smirk on his face.
A bit more clarification on the yellow card is that if the card was given to a player, then the card stays throughout the match. But if it was given to the team, then it stays with the team as well.
Atom, Mauko, Nicholas. But Niger will keep it up. Princewell, and Princewell picks the point so well for the Niger Customs. And another timeout called. 2018. Niger Customs 18, the Ghana Air Force 20. Coach Jonah speaking to his lads. And Akande Philip Ayobami communicating, receiving a talking to from his coach, Coach Jonah. They need to really win a set. They really, really need to win a set. Well, we want to remind you that the ladies team for the Niger Customs are through to the semi-finals, and they are set to meet the Elwak Wings, who surprisingly won 3-2 today.
Yes, today is a game, or today is a day of incredible
Surprises.
I mean, I don't have words for what is happening today. The surprises are just coming in from all aspects of the game, both on perhaps the weakest teams of the individual groups are now putting up a fight against, if you can, the best teams of the other groups. Well, it's an incredible day.
Ball kept in by the Niger Customs, and the Airforce would also keep it in. Oh, did it stay in?
It's an
It went out
from
from Wisdom Numawose.
a rare miss from him as he sought to find the fingers of the Nigerian block there.
Interesting comments coming in on our Facebook and social media handles, on YouTube and on Facebook as well. Interesting comments. And believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, my co-commentator has found the bone of his bone. And yes, Malco, Wisdom, and Wisdom's ball goes out according to the officials. So (2021) Niger Customs gradually picking up, closing the gap, and looking to Titans here as Captain Philip Ayobami sends one into the territory of the Air Force. Ghana Air Force. Oh, it could not cross the line. And so they would consider point 21-21. Who wins the set? Can the Niger Customs manage and get things done in this set? Can they put themselves together and pick up a set to even things 1-1 here? They are down by a set, but level in the set 21-21. Great comeback from the Niger Customs.
Yes, they are fighting very, very hard to make their statement known, make their country proud, and they are level now on scores. It's quite unfortunate, rather, that they are down by a set.
If you're just joining us, it is the 2025 Super Volleyball Championship, ladies and gentlemen. We are in Ghana. Don't get it twisted at all. Yes, we are in Ghana. And production brought to you by the EIB network, ladies and gentlemen. Wonderful men and women working behind the scenes just so you can get to see and watch volleyball in the comfort of your homes. Of course, hopefully on Sunday I'll tell you all about the wonderful men doing a yeoman's job behind the scenes, just so that you can get the best of volleyball coverage here. And so it goes out 22-21. Ghana Air Force 22, Niger Customs 21.
In the gods of the timeout reward the Air Force team as Augustine Jamra comes in again to serve. Wow! Boom!
John Bull does it again.
Wow! An interesting block there as he timed Emmanuel Uda perfectly and picks his pocket. These kinds of blocks, I tell you, he was going for the cross-court attack, but you know that's the favorite part of attacking from an outside position. But again, Jumbu with his very, very disciplined attack, block, would close that gap. All you are looking for are gaps within the block and within the defense to get your ball through. But that time, Jumbu makes soft work of that powerful attack there by Emmanuel Uda, putting Airforce 2 points and even closer to the set point.
The man on your screens now, Jumbo, big man in his 5 shirt. He knows how to get a job done. And, you know, Bulls are sacrificed, but trust me, this time around, John Bull is the one sacrificing a lot of his opponents. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen. And Niger Customs, and they get a reply. John Bull up and about again. Favor. Princewell, and oh, it is kept in. Brilliant play. Oh, what again we have in here? Big one from Kazim Mutiu. Keeping hope alive for the Niger Customs, 23-22. Super volleyball indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, the name reflects the game. The name does reflect the game. We experience it here at the Borteyman Sports Complex. And there you see communication from the man in 6 shirt, Marvin. And a big one from Atom Bernard, ladies and gentlemen, would send the Ghana Airforce to 24 points.
Beautifully done there by Marvin. He came to replace Malco at the center's position.
And both coaches calling for calm. Says Akabako. As the Air Force will send one in. And a big right hand from Kazim Mutiu. And he cannot believe it. Nicholas.
I tell you what, Jones, Nicholas is a vital part of the Air Force team. He's naturally as well a beach volleyball player, so he knows the rudiments of defense and passing in the game of volleyball.
Ball is kept in. Oh, they have it. Ladies and gentlemen, they have it. The Ghana Air Force have picked the second set. The celebrations are wild. The Niger team is downcast, in pain. As for the Air Force, they will fly. I told you, they are men who protect the skies of Ghana. And ladies and gentlemen, they are flying here. Ghana Air Force, 2 sets up against the Niger Customs.
An interesting game here as the Ghanaian team have edged 2 sets to nothing. I mean, I saw in the chat that someone says that the Ghana police have opened the way. They have opened the gate to the Nigerian Customs team, and Air Force, Ghana Air Force will look to capitalize on it. What a match we have on our hands. Someone in the chat is talking about Wotolistic. Wotolistic. Well, in the game of volleyball are real comebacks. So if you are the Ghana Air Force, you may want to keep your feet on the gas pedal. And some fans of the other teams are in jubilant mode. There you see the Air Force ladies in your shot there, as they won their match earlier today against the Ghana Kalibi Volleyball Club in the quarter-final. They have edged their names into the semi-finals of the competition.
So 2 sets for the Ghana Airforce live on GHOne TV. We here in Accra. Yes, we are in Accra. And there you see the beautiful ladies. We would always talk about them, ladies and gentlemen. Do come around here. Do come around. At the Borteyman Sports Complex. Let's enjoy some good volleyball. And of course, you'll see some Niger men in the stands not so happy, although their ladies have made it to the semi-finals of the competition. And there you see the ladies of the Niger team. And so disappointed. 5 straight sets, and they are yet to pick any of them.
Yes, perhaps the Ghana police team might have opened the floodgates, and the Ghana Air Force team are having their way. Only that the Nigerian Customs team will look to make a strong comeback and a statement right there on your screens. And Coach Jonah and Coach Olayinka and Coach Bishop would want to make amends for the previous loss and also the 2-set deficit. It will be an interesting game. If they are to win just a set, it will mean that they are back into the match, or probably they are in to win the match. We live to see.
We're back for the 3rd set, ladies and gentlemen. It could prove very crucial if the Niger Customs pick this set. They would shift momentum to their favor. But if the Air Force do pick this one, it means that the Niger Customs are out of the 2025 Super Volleyball Championship. And Malco ball kept up. Oh, first point.
Jones, earlier
Goes to the Air Force.
Earlier in the tournament, I've said that we would soon see that they are men and they are men. And obviously you can see men versus men here. If you are in the auditorium or anywhere around the court there, you would hear the sound of the ball. And this is being done by the palms of men.
When anytime you say There are men, and we do have men. You make me feel like I'm the. I'll not say. I'll just hold it there. Oh, powerful one, and resilience on the part.
Wow, wisdom.
The man in his 10 shirt, Augustine, trying to get the ball by then. Yes, Malco. Here is the Ghana Airforce. They keep it up. And oh, it falls out. And Niger will pick their first point. And you see, not too happy. The Niger team. They look a team dejected, a team who need some energy. And it looks like the way they started, the way the Niger team started, but the point goes to the Ghana Airforce according to the officials. And this time around, the point goes to the Niger Customs. We see the introduction of Gambo Aliu. Gambo will join us for this third set. And he goes up with so much power, but he goes out. And a point is conceded as Gambo would serve again. Gambo is Malco for the Air Force, and the ball kept up. It's still kept up again by Malco. Brilliant work from him, and oh, it all comes to nuts as the Niger would return and reply with a point 4-4.
Yes, that Malco's retrieval out there is what we call a pancake, where you flatten your palms to the ground and keep it firmly on the ground. And once the ball hits on it, it has a certain height, and your players around you can retrieve and then make good work of it. So that's a pancake there. Not the one we eat at our homes, though.
Ghana Air Force. Big lefty coming in from Wisdom Numawose. And it looks like the Niger team, after dismantling the All-Stars and the Navy, looks so tired.
I can also make argument for the Air Force team, as both teams have played
same number of games.
Yes.
And 6-4 for the Ghana Air Force. As the Air Force keep it in. Home, a tricky one. Favor finds Ismail Uda. Grade 1 from the man, Wisdom. Some volleyball, and oh, big one, but Zay's out ball. Niger Customs.
Whoa!
And a big one.
There.
It comes with anger. This comes with anger, trust me.
Kazim.
Served hot.
And Johnson, we are sure he's fine. You can see him depicting the hit there, perhaps to his chest and not his head.
Great one from Kazim. And a super block. Super block. And Kazim is called by the referee of the day. He's getting a talking to from the referee. As Emmanuel Uda will have a tete-a-tete with the official as well. My good friend Cornelius will tell you that volleyball is not a game of truths. It will never be a game of truths. Always have a bit, a hint of deceit.
You can see right there, top referee Chineke flashes the yellow card at Kazim. I have said that you do not communicate anyhow with the referees. They have that right. And it is only your captain who is supposed to talk to the referee. And they are aware of this, only that they might not be satisfied with some of his calls. He has told them to calm down. That play right there, he would have whistled for it, and I knew he would. But only, unfortunately, Kazim was angry and spoke to him in a way he did not like. So,
and the block goes out.
This is volleyball.
7-7. Niger Customs 7. Ghana Airforce 7. Princewell. Oh, Princewell. It didn't end so well for Princewell. And he apologizes to his team. And you look at the men on the bench praying to their gods, calling on the Niger gods. Here is the Ghana Airforce. Oh, too hot to handle.
Bernard Atom finds a gap between the block there. An incredible volleyball player, Bernard Atom.
Here is Niger Princewell, and it goes out. Goes out.
Very unfortunate. But Jones, that spike there was a very good one, because it's either you get the line or you get the fingers of the block. Only that his angle on the wrist away was just too much. So he missed both line, and then he missed the block's fingers as well.
7-10. We're in the third set here. Ghana Airforce picked up the first set, picked up the second set, and are on course to pick in the third set. 2025 Super Volleyball Championship, put together by the Creators Sports and Entertainment. Some good volleyball being enjoyed here. Official media partners, GHOne TV, making sure that we bring you the best of volleyball in Ghana, maybe in West Africa, yes, of course. And ball kept in by the Niger Customs.
Wow!
Oh.
Beautiful play there. I told you about this gentleman, Bernard Atom, a very versatile player. That's an incredible cross-court attack there. And he spikes the ball to the middle of the block.
The Customs, and the referee spots a foul for the against the Airforce, so it goes for the Niger Customs. 8-11. We're still here on So here at the Borteyman Sports Complex, 2025 Super Volleyball Championship, and a big ace serve from Emmanuel Uda.
Yes, he at the service line would do a lot of good for the Nigerian team as he goes for the jump service.
Jumbo this time around could not keep it in, and a point falls for the Niger Customs. (10-11). Emmanuel Uda, and it goes out, and according to the official, it went off the fingers of Emmanuel Uda, so the point goes to the Ghana Airforce.
I have spoken about the float service and its effect in the game of volleyball, as it is not an easy service to pick. If you at home feel that it's easy, you should get on court and it be served towards you. The ball keeps its shape in air throughout the flight of the ball, and it comes to you in such a way that by the time it reaches you, it has waved in different directions, and you may be anticipating it on one side only for you to be totally wrong, and you might misjudge it. It could disgrace you though, but with experience and time, you would be able to receive a powerful jump float or a standing float service.
14-10. Niger Customs 10, the Ghana Air Force 14. And big one from the man, Kazim.
Obviously, you can see he's very, very angry, and he wants to make a point and help his team get back into this match.
Kazim, Ghana Air Force.
Wow. Beautiful cross-court attack there. Nice spike to the angle of the Nigerian court. Nicolas Tete.
Here is John Boo. The Boo who sends his opponents to the altar and serves them to his gods. And look at John Bull again, keeping the ball up. Ghana Air Force. Here's Niger Customs. Oh, they do keep it up. And poor communication this time around. So the point falls to the Niger Customs, 12-15. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, wherever you joining us from.
Wow, Johnson there gets the line as the lineman called for a line shot. An intelligently set up middle attack by Marvin, the setter that replaced Mauko in the setter's role of the Ghana Air Force. He goes ahead to serve.
Princewell, oh, a powerful block there again.
We call it a monster block. Mounted on Princewell. And Coach Jonah calls for a timeout. Wherever you are watching us, we are live at the Borteyman Sports Complex. We are ably partnered by the EIB network. We are live on GHOne and across the GHOne social media handles. We are sponsored by Kratos SE, Jata Cement, Japan Motors, Perla Mineral Water, Red Bull Energy Drink, Nasco Electronics, Soccerbet, the Mailbox, KD Graphics, and we are ably supported by the Ministry of Sports and Recreation, the National Sports Authority, and the Ghana Volleyball Federation. This is the SAC Super Volleyball Championship 2025. The match on your screen is the Ghana Airforce team versus the Nigerian Customs team. The Ghana Airforce team lead by 2 sets, and this is the 3rd set. They also lead in the set by 17-12. Beautifully done there by Gambo.
13-17. The Niger Customs looking like a team dejected, a team down, and I told you, a team disorganized. You see the man in the freke, George out now as Badmos Taiwo comes in. The Ghana Air Force showing pure dominance, and a yellow card shown again to the bench of the Ghana Air Force.
Exactly. So the yellow card, like I've said, as we await the referee's clarification of who merited the yellow card, and after which I would explain the implication. Right, so the yellow card may be given to a coach, a player, or the entire team. Should you merit a yellow card during the course of the set, that yellow card expires with the set. If you are given a red card during the course of the set, your team loses a point, and then if you are the player, then you would have to sit down for the rest of the set. You may come in the subsequent sets, but if you are given a red and a yellow card, that would mean that you are disqualified from the set. So this is a little volleyball education for viewers and listeners. Emmanuel Johnson,
the monster. And
wow.
falls in again. With big block from the Ghana Air Force.
A combined block by Jombu and Bernard Atom as they cross the 20-point mark.
Emmanuel Uda, this time around, it goes in their favor, 15-20. The Niger Customs are looking lost. The Niger Customs are looking like a team so tired. The Air Force will keep it in play. Yes, Niger, big one again from Kazim. Kazim always gets it right. Kazim Mutiu in his 7th shirt for the Niger Customs, 16-20. The Ghana Air Force still lead.
I have kept saying throughout the tournaments that if you are the team in the lead, you should not feel comfortable in any way. Rather, you have to look at completing the set and winning as quickly as possible. And as you can see on your screens, the Nigerian Customs team aren't that happy. And the timeout called there by the Ghana Air Force in an attempt to break the rhythm of Okoye Princewell at the service line for their team. Him in your screens now. Bernard Atom gets the friendly touch of the block, and that's an out ball And again, the man on fire, Bernard Atom Jumbu. Wow, Jumbu right there. Very disciplined block as the Ghana Air Force team extends their lead by 6.
It is getting out of the hands of the Niger Customs. 16-22. And the Niger Customs. Will there be a miracle for the Niger Customs? Will the Air Force go all out and get it done? Oh!
Gets it done by Marvin.
Brilliantly from Marvin. And there you see the ladies up and about with their bottles and their handkerchiefs, waving it from side to side, enjoying the game of volleyball. And the man is down. Prince Well Okoye is down and needs attention. Oh, well, it's not looking good. It's not looking too good for Prince Well Okoye. But for the Ghana Air Force side, they can afford to take time off this and regroup as Prince Well is attended to by the medics. 2025 Super Volleyball Championship. Nigeria Customs 16, Ghana Air Force 23. The Ghana Air Force, ladies and gentlemen, are 2 points away from carrying this set and knocking out the Niger Customs and picking a spot, the first spot in the semi-finals of this year's Super Volleyball Championship.
At this juncture in the game, any point would do for the Ghana Air Force team as they seek to qualify to the semi-final. And this is a crucial moment for them, and you can see on your screens Bernard Atom keenly meditating and wanting to stay concentrated. I can tell you why they do not smile, because the smiling may be cut short with your opponents coming back to win. Hence, your whole aim is to finish the match with a win. And at this juncture, anywhere the ball goes and it goes into the account of the Ghana Air Force, it's a good bargain.
Lumasa Wisdom and Kazim up and about, flying for the Niger Customs.
I like the
17-23.
I like the attacking intentions of Kazim as he looks to swipe away from the block. And for the middle blockers row, that's what you seek to do. You not spike straight, as your opponent's middle attacker may be waiting for you. And very, very unfortunate for the Nigerian team there.
Poor communication on the part of the man. He smiled, but for the Ghana Air Force, who are 1 point away, 24-14, they are about to knock out the Niger Customs. Kasim, ball is kept in. And the Niger Customs would also keep it up. One coming in is kept up by the Air Force. Can they get the match point? Here we go. And tricky one coming in from Badmos Taiwo. Badmos Taiwo would leave a memory, even though they might get knocked out. But then he will be one for us all to remember from this 2025 championship.
A very, very, very positive and a powerful player. He's not the tallest on court though, but if it comes to getting a point, he gets it done.
Ball still kept in. The fans are counting 1, 2, 3. Niger Customs, Badmus Taiwo. And ladies and gentlemen, that is it. There it is. The Ghana Air Force have done it. They've beaten the Niger Customs blue-black. They've squeezed the life out of the Ghana Air Force. And look at the celebrations. The celebrations are wild. They celebrate in military style. They call on the officers, we need to salute. And they've done it. The Customs will not know what hit them. The Ghana Air Force have done it. They've knocked out the good team from Nigeria. The Niger Customs are out. It is the Ghana Air Force 3, the Niger Customs 0. And congratulations to the Air Force. We'll see them in the finals. And for the Niger Customs, all we can say is Ochugu. Bye-bye.
Right, so that is quite a match there. Nigerian Customs team, of course, the champions in Nigeria, having to face a loss to the Air Force men. Better luck next time in the next competition. And
right, thank you so much, Cornelius. I am GHOne TV. See you in the next game at 4 p.m. Let's get to Joel Adume Champon for some post-match reactions.
So it's over here at the Borteyman Sports Complex inside the main hall where this game was held. It's Nigeria Customs. Unfortunately, they've lost this one to the Ghana Air Force team. It ended 3-0, 3 straight set. It went to the way of the Air Force team. They were high flying, and obviously we'll be speaking to the coaches of both sides just to find out a thing or two from them, how really this one ensued. Well, so it has been great. A great game by all standards. Nigeria Customs came into this one looking favorites, but unfortunately for them, they fell short of so many in the first set, second, and even in the third set as well. So we'll be speaking with the coaches of the Nigerian side, and then later on we get to the Air Force team as well. All right, so that is the game we brought you here at the volleyball court, the main court obviously, here at the Borteyman Sports Complex. I've been joined by the coach of the Ghana Air Force team. Coach, you did say you were going to win, and fortunately it was a great game. You've now qualified to the semi-finals. Was this what you planned?
I just told you that my limit is the sky. Until the sky is full before I've seen her finish.
What really worked for you guys?
Come again?
What worked for your team?
What worked for me? They lost our loss. That is a mistake. The mistake I did, I went to correct. I have to go amend them. That's what I did.
And also, tell us, going into the next games, you know Nigeria Customs, who have been tough customers for most of the teams, they are out. What does it look like for Ghana Air Force?
Now we are standing by for anybody who will come. Our level, we are waiting for everybody. Anybody from everywhere.
Even Ghana Police?
I think we are waiting for them. Ghana Police, we are waiting for them. I will not say anything yet. After we finish the game, I know what to tell you.
All the best.
Thank you.
All right, so that was the coach for the Ghana Air Force team. Very confident. They are now with. I'll just be going over to Sports Atom pretty shortly, just to find out what he makes. It's jubilant scenes here. The Ghana Air Force ladies, they are in jubilant scene. Let me hand over to Sports Atom, who is standing by with them.
For the Ghana Air Force team, the men and the women are through to the semi-finals, and you can see there are a lot of entertainment happening here. Guess what? They played against two tough opponents. The first one against Nigeria Custom, and they managed to go through, and they are going through. So it is really, really important. But of course, I'll try and also have a conversation with some of them and see how they feel. I have a player from the Ghana Custom team, of course. She was with the Ghana Air Force team. Portia, how do you feel after making it through to the semi-final?
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I'm so excited. You can even see it all over me. So excited. Actually, from the group stages, we thought we couldn't make it. But as the game is called volleyball, you can't predict. Anything is possible. And that is exactly what we executed here. I'm so excited.
So you can see, she said she's really excited because they've gone through to the semi-finals, and of course we continue on the semi-finals tomorrow, but still some of the quarter-finals games continue, and I'm handing over to Joel to continue the interview with John Boo.
All right, thank you so much, Sports Atom. Let me go over to the man whose name was all over vociferous here in the stands. You heard boo, 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 boo. I spoke with him early on. John Boo, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, tell us what really worked for your team. And going into this one, you've qualified for the semi-finals. What should we expect for you?
Expect nothing but the best. Because like I told you, we as Team Airforce, we don't do anything in our own accord. We depend on Christ Jesus. So expect nothing but the best.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, there's John Boo there saying we should expect nothing but the best. That's how we wrap up this game. But the other games also coming up right after the show. We're bringing you live. Rhythms is live now. When we come back, we bring you that big game that everybody's waiting for here. This is still the continuous coverage of the SAC 2025 Super Volleyball Championship.